Good morning, Jonathan.
Good morning. How you doing? Good morning. How you doing?
Hey. We're doing all right.
Doing
So
well.
obviously you were quite fired up there after the game, disappointed. You lose to the Giants. You're 3-4. It's deja vu all over again. You said it's been 7 years of this stuff. Did you have some time to simmer down and cool down and think about it a little bit more? Or are you still pissed off as much as you were yesterday?
No, I mean, I'm still pissed off as much as I am yesterday.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I mean, there's still a long season ahead of us and still a lot to play for. So we got to turn around right now. There's no more time to wait, no more time to mess around. We got to get this thing figured out moving forward. And, my job is to go out there and help the team do that to the best of my abilities, and that's what I'm going to do.
Do you believe in your head coach, in your defensive coordinator?
I do. I truly, wholeheartedly do.
John, when you were saying you're effing tired of it, of this S, and what were you talking about something in particular, or just another bad start to another, kind of average to below average season?
I would say the inconsistency. I think the thing that's so frustrating about this team is 1 week we'll have a week where we look really good, and the next week we just come out flat. It's just the ups and downs, and good teams do not do that. You cannot win football games in this league by playing inconsistently. Some games offense shows up and defense does it. Other games defense shows up and offense does it. And we have the players do it. We have the coaching do it, but we just have to go out there and put it all together. And that's the frustrating part. It would be different if we didn't have enough talent, if we just weren't a good football team. That would be different. But we are, and we're just not executing. And that's what's frustrating.
John, are you good at compartmentalizing that anger from the locker room? Like when you get home, is your wife avoiding you at that point? Does she give you a little bit of extra space because she knows you're upset?
Man, I love my wife. She's my ride or die. She'll be up there fired up, pissed off with me. So I get home and she gets me riled up, and we go sit in the hot tub and we're all pissed off together. And then the next day we wake up, we're like, all right, let's do it all over again.
Ooh,
So,
give me the hot tub setup. Are you are you chopping on a cigar while you're in the hot tub? Like, what's the deal? You have a drink, hot tub side?
I have one seltzer after every game. So after the game, me and the wife would get in the hot tub and have one seltzer, and that's when I vent. I tell her everything that's on my mind, and once we get out, done.
Man,
next week.
I would not have had John Allen as a seltzer guy on my bingo card.
Let's keep it light.
That's a little bit of an upset. But you know what? They're kind of tasty. I'm not going to lie.
What's your seltzer of choice?
I would definitely say Trulies. I love me a good, but not the regular Trulies. You got to get the black can Trulies.
The what are they called?
Black in the black can.
Oh, okay.
In the black can, I think it's
They're a little more bold.
Why, are they a
right?
little stronger?
Yeah, no, not that. They got the fruit punch. They got the pineapple lemonade.
Like tropical,
flavors.
like tropical flavors. I like it.
Yeah.
All right.
What is frustrating you? Like, let's just talk about the D line. Why does it seem like we can't be more effective? I mean, overall, their numbers weren't great.
You forced 8 punts.
Yeah, you guys did, and you created a turnover when you needed to. So I mean, no one's going to sit there and blame you guys. But why does it seem like we struggle against the run, especially early in games?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think I have to do a better job of making sure I'm ready to play earlier and do everything I can to help the guys be ready. But I think it takes us – I'll say this. For a defense, the most dangerous plays are always the first 15.
Why?
Those are the plays the offense has scripted, the plays they rehearse all week in practice, the play that the offense that we're going against is usually going to run the most clean. They know how we're probably going to line up in certain situations based on what we've been doing all year. And it's the first 15 is always hard for a defense. And that's where we struggled at. But it's okay. I mean, we definitely settled in and made the plays we need to keep us in the game. But we got to be better because we can't put ourselves in these holes and expect to come back every game.
John, I know you don't really pay attention to the offense because you're over there on the bench talking to your coaches and your guys and looking at stuff. But, I mean, you probably know this. The Giants coming into the game had 5 total sacks, and they had 5 in the first half. And look, the offensive line wasn't good yesterday. And you go against them every day in practice. So I know you're not going to talk crap about them, but they just weren't good.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely wasn't their best game, but the only way this season is going to work is if we circle the wagons. So it might not have been their best game, but we still had opportunities to win the game. And we got to take the good and the bad. We got to understand what we didn't do good and what we did do good and move forward. Obviously, I don't think anybody played as good as they wanted to. So, I mean, it's just frustrating because I know we're better than that. I know I'm better than that, and I don't know.
Well, you guys proved it, like especially like a game like Philly, and I know no one wants to talk about moral victory. We were doing it kind of tongue-in-cheek. But, I mean, you guys showed what you're capable of against one of the best teams in the league. And then, the game against Chicago. And, look, I think New York's better than their record. They lost to some good teams. But that's what's so frustrating from a fan perspective is, like you say, the inconsistency.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. Trust me, I understand the frustration. I'm frustrated too. But, that frustration got to be used in a positive way. And, again, there's so much left for us to play for. So now's not the time to abandon ship and start turning on each other. We're going to get this thing fixed. And
what can you do differently? What can you do? Because Ron and his staff basically, they've been here 4 years. You guys know the routine. What can you change up?
I'll speak for myself on this matter.
Yeah.
I just have to make sure I'm doing my job and doing it at a higher level. And each guy has to take a hard look at themselves. I don't really focus too much on what the DBs or what the linebackers and what the offense is doing because I only try to focus on the D-line. So I know for us, each guy's going to take a look at himself. Where can we improve and where can we do to help this team get better? And that's what I'm going to do moving forward.
Right. How stunned are you, though? These are the statistics right now, and you probably don't want to hear it, but you guys are giving up 374 yards per game as a defense. That's 29th in the NFL. 27.1 points per game. That's 29th in the NFL. How stunned are you that's where your unit is?
I mean, that's where we're at right now. I mean, we could be stunned, shocked, and surprised, but, I mean, when you look at the games, we have not been playing good football as a whole this entire year, and that's contributing to a lot of the things.
All right.
So as much as it will be easy to blame the offense for what they do, I don't think that we've played and hold up our end of the bargain. So we got to be better, and that starts with me.
All right, so you said that you got to prep for effing Philadelphia. So you played them just a few weeks ago. What challenges do you face as a defensive line when you face that Eagles team? I know last week you talked about the mountain of a man that's like 6'8", 360.
Yeah, well, I mean, one thing, you got to keep them out of 3rd and 1s. Got to keep them out of 3rd and 4th and 1s. That's what you have to do against Philadelphia because they're very effective at converting those. You got to get pressure on Jalen Hurts and make him feel uncomfortable in the pocket, and you can't let A.J. Brown or Devontae Smith beat you.
A.J. Brown's been on a roll, by the way.
Brown's been killing.
Hey, Valdez has a possible solution to the tush push.
Yeah.
Valdez, I'll let you speak on this, but Jonathan, you know that men can leg press a ton of weight, right? I don't know how much you can leg press, probably close to 1,000 pounds. Valdez, I'll let you explain.
John, I was watching the Eagles game last night, and I was seeing the tush push, and I had a come-to-Jesus moment that this play is all about leverage. And what I need you to do is that when it's 4th and 1 or they're on the goal line,
short, whatever,
they're on the goal line and you know it's coming, is you need to lay down on your back in a jiu-jitsu pose, a leg press pose, and have your feet hit Jason Kelce in the pads and then push forward and let the cavalry come, let Jamin Davis come.
Press him.
And finish everything off. I can send. No, I'm serious.
He's being serious.
I can send you. We're going to do a demonstration video, and I'll text it to you. But this is exactly how you stop it. This is how you get the leverage. This is how you reverse the role.
How would that work or not work,
and
John?
You can forward the video to Jack.
Yeah. You can show
or to
Jack.
Skanina, whatever his name is.
Skanina, yeah.
I'm being dead serious about it.
How much can you leg press, John? Probably like 900 pounds?
No, I could probably do 1,000 plus. I mean, once you've been in the league for a while, you don't max out as much.
Right.
The reward for it isn't very high. But, I like to think I'm a strong guy in the lowers, so, I think I could get up there.
Well, I was able to hold off 3 people with my legs very easily. And I can only imagine you doing more damage than that.
Yeah, he just does CrossFit.
So what do you think?
Now, Cakes was playing Jason Kelce.
Yeah. Why would that not
different.
work? Why would that not work, John?
Okay, so I'm on my back and my feet are in the air and I'm leg pressing.
Like your leg pressing.
Yeah.
Almost like a baby.
I just imagine Landon Dickerson, who's about 6'5", 345, coming down with a full head of steam right into my right knee, and that does not sound fun. That does not sound like a position I want to be in. But, I mean, look. Show me the demonstrations. You never know.
Yeah. I'll text it to you and then work it out with Jack at practice.
He's got an open mind about it. That's
hey, you know what?
encouraging.
I'm gonna when all the defensive line is on their back in front of the sled at practice this week. I'll know you showed it to Jack.
Perfect.
All right, so you played them a couple weeks ago. We know they've got a really good offensive line, and Jalen Hurts, when you left that game, okay, it was a loss. What did you think about that you could have done differently? The defensive line, the defense could have done differently because, look, Hurts did have a couple touchdown passes. They did run for 104 yards against you. They did put up 34 points.
Yeah. No, I mean, when you look at that game, it's a tale of explosives. That big explosive they had before the half to cut it to a one-point game or a one-score game. The big explosive to A.J. Brown in the second half. If we're able to eliminate those or at least cut them down, it's a different ballgame. So I know for us, I think we were effective in slowing down their run game. We actually stopped one of the tush pushes, so, hats off to us for that. I think the feeling was we let them off the hook that game. We had them where we wanted to, and they made the plays at the end of the game to win, and we didn't. So, moving forward this game, you've got to be able to stop the run. If you can't stop the run against Philadelphia, you can't beat them. Then you got to be able to stop A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. Jalen Hurts, and credit to him, he's going to put the ball in the air, and he's going to give his players an opportunity to make a great play. And more times than not, they come down with it. So you got to be able to stop that, and you got to convert. You can't have stupid penalties. You can't have stupid turnovers. You got to fight for the field position battle, and you got to play good football through and through for 60 minutes, not for 2 quarters, not for 3 quarters, not for 3.5 quarters, and I guess last time we played not even 4 quarters. So you just got to be ready to strain for 60 minutes and however long it takes, and you got to play smart football throughout the entirety of the game. And the team that blinks first and has the first mental lapse, that's usually the team that's going to go home with the loss.
I kind of know the answer, but what was the locker room like yesterday after the game?
Very frustrated, very frustrated. And I don't like to speak for other guys, but, we're all frustrated because we know how good we can be, and that's what's frustrating. But, again, season's not done. We just have to circle the wagons, and we have to come back and regroup. And, a win this week would be huge for us, and it could set us off in the right trajectory to where we want to go to by the end of the year. But we got to take it one game at a time.
Hey, I'm curious. I don't know what the Commanders' blitz percentage is, and you'd say you got to focus on the defensive line, and we've talked to you earlier this season. You said we're 4 number 1 picks. We got to get to the quarterback. And look, Montez has been getting to the quarterback. Chase has been getting to the quarterback. Individually, you have been, but when you see a team come at you like the Giants did with Wink Martindale, I believe they blitzed on 57% of the plays. Would you like to see your defense attack more like that?
I don't know. It's hard to say. Besides 2 drives, we played phenomenal football. So, I can't really say we lost because we didn't blitz more. I don't know, man. I try not to get into the weeds of that stuff because that's a deep hole, a rabbit hole you can go down and you can, we should be doing this, we should be doing that, instead of just focus on what we are doing and what I can do to help improve. So, I'll leave I'll leave that logic and thinking for you guys. But as a player, it's really dangerous to start going down that rabbit hole of, I think we should do this and do that. I'm going to trust Coach Del Rio. I'm going to trust Coach Rivera. I'm going to make sure I do my job to the best of my God-given ability.
Hey, John, I'm wondering, did you guys on the sideline have any sense at the end of the game there that if John catches out or you guys score, that Ron would go for 2? Or do you have were you guys talking on the sideline, hey, we're going to go for 2 here if we score?
No, I don't think I wasn't thinking about it. The team wasn't thinking about it. But, again, my 2 cents, when the defense is playing as well as it is, I don't think you have to. Now,
I actually agree with you.
Yeah, like if your defense is struggling, then I say go for 2 all the time. But if your defense is playing well, which we were at that moment, I don't think you have to. Mm-hmm. But, again, I had no idea what we were going to do.
Right. Fair enough.
Hey, how was Duran's foot? He was reaching for his foot. I can't remember what play that was.
Well, right at the end.
At the very end, yeah. How was his foot after the game?
I haven't talked to him today. He looked fine getting on the plane yesterday. One thing I know about Big Payne, he's a soldier. I don't worry about him at all. I've seen him get hurt, get up the next 2 plays, and be back like nothing happened. So
was that gamesmanship by him where he was hoping he could maybe buy you guys a little time?
I don't know. I wasn't out there, so
right.
I'm really hoping it wasn't something they were trying to do dirty, but I don't know. I wasn't out there.
Uh-huh.
Right. All right. Well, listen, John, appreciate it, pal. I know you guys are frustrated. You're right. There are 10 weeks left. You guys can, change this around, but it's going to be a mountain to climb, but, we'll see what happens.
We don't like to make things easy on ourselves.
That's right. We're kind of used to it around here. All right. Thank you, man.
See you, buddy.
All right. Appreciate it, guys.